Did you know that gratitude or being thankful can actually change your life? And I know that's a hard thing to say because, especially if you're not feeling really thankful at the moment, if you're not feeling well, feeling thankful is not something that you feel like doing. Anyhow, I would like to tell you that when you're when your brain is thinking thankful or being grateful, it's thinking positive. And when it's thinking positive, it can't think negative. And there are a whole different aspect of hormones that happen when you are feeling positive, when you're feeling uplifted, when you're feeling thankful. That's a different set of hormones that go through your system, which make you feel better. So I would like to encourage you to think thankful and to be conscious about even a day to day, minute to minute about things that you could be thankful for. Now, to start with, that might be a little bit difficult to do, but it does just something simple, being thankful that you're still able to talk or still able to read or still able to listen. Those can be things that you can be thankful for because some people don't have that option. The other thing that happens with and why I am talking about it as part of managing fibromyalgia naturally is because it has been shown that if you feel more positive, if you have more gratitude in your life, your pain levels go down. There are studies that show that. And so that's one of the things that I've done in my life to help me with feeling better and managing my fibromyalgia symptoms. And by the way, my name is Lynanne Galloway, and I had fibromyalgia diagnosed over 20 some years ago. And my journey has led me so that in the last 18 years, I have not had very little pain, and my other symptoms are very minimal, if at all. I still have difficulty getting out of some cars, but I'm not sure whether that's fibromyalgia or that's just age, because of course in 20 years I've aged a little. Anyways, I just want to encourage you to have gratitude. And some of what I recommend, and this has been done, this was actually from Bob Proctor, who's now passed away, but this is one of the things that he always recommended you to do, is to help you to get into the feeling of gratitude. And that's a feeling piece that makes a change in the hormones in the body that helps with the pain. So he suggests that you start with, I am so happy and grateful now that, and write out what it is. And you want to write out, I would say, probably 5 things every day, and do a journal of that. And you'll be amazed how much different you feel. Now, to start with, you might not. And, I've been doing it now for several years, and I find that I don't necessarily need to write it, but I can, even just looking around, and you notice things more because you're in that attitude of thankfulness, and you notice, oh, look how beautiful the trees are today, or the flowers, or just how people are. You notice the good things about people rather than being annoyed about what it is. And the other thing that you'll really notice is that if you're thinking of positive, then your perception of what's going on changes. Now, and I know for relationships, this is something that they always recommend, is that if you're having a relationship issue with someone, start thinking about, what is it that I like about them? What is it that they do great? What is it that makes me feel good when I'm with them? And it's particularly if it's a husband, a partner situation, why did you fall in love with him? Even thinking of those, what made you feel good? So thinking of all the positive, thinking, well, I'm thankful. What am I thankful for about them? Because they in your life for a reason. So it can just change your perspective on what it is, how you are with them. The other piece is when you do it first thing in the morning, and they actually recommend that you do it first thing in the morning and at night. So first thing in the morning, if you write it out, that already starts to change how you think for the day. Now at night, what it does is stops you from rehearsing all the things that were not good in your day. So if you're, as you're laying in, now I do it as I'm laying in bed. Some people actually write it out, and that's good too. That's probably even better. But I actually like to lay in bed and think, okay, what was great about today? What am I thankful for about today? And that helps your mind to go on to that aspect as you're dropping into sleep, rather than the negative, which will not do great for your sleep. So those, I would encourage you to you can just get a journal and write it in. If you need some tips, I have a journal, and I'll put it in below, that you can download it with. It's 30 days. And if you want to get into, I recommend that you get into a habit. So to do that, you would need to do that for at least 60 days. To 90 days is the best way to do that. And then you'll just continue on doing it, because it becomes part of your morning ritual or your habit. And there is a 30-day journal that you can download. And also in there is, because sometimes I find when you're feeling not good, all the negative things come up. And a lot of people with fibromyalgia also have things around anxiety and depression. And there are some tips in there in that journal as well, on how to release those negative emotions so that you can move on and think being thankful. And I do also have a subscription of day to day, or it's a weekly one, of ways to improve your life and manage fibromyalgia naturally. And that, I'll leave that link below too. So if these are helpful, please like, and I'm happy to see comments as well. Thank you.